Unfortunately, White Lotus just couldn't do enough.
Yeah, exactly that, and we'll see. It'll be interesting to see what they want to pick into that now. We're going to jump straight into pick and bans, as Aurelion Sol is yet again banned away. Chiefs on the blue side this time, Lion Gaming over on the red. Jace is going to be the ban for Lion Gaming as well.
Interesting to say that the winner of this game, as you mentioned before, will go on to face INTZ. And during IWCQ, INTZ only lost to 2 teams, Chiefs and Lion Gaming. So it'll be one of those 2 teams they'll be going on to face in this final of the IEM Challenger Group A stage.
Exactly that, and there we go. We predicted it. Zach going to be the man away from Spooks. Don't want to let him on that champion.
Banned, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely, and Akama as well, actually being taken away. Don't want to let that through either.
Yeah, Chozik's playing really well on that Karma, managing to mitigate so much of the damage and really neutralize the laner who said. And then they banned the Rumble as well. That's rather odd. Maybe they were very afraid of it, and that's why they chose to send Zach top lane several times, and they just choose they don't want to play against it. Interesting all the same. I wonder what the top laner pick will be out from Gerald then, and what this final ban will be.
Yeah, I can imagine it's going to be kind of a jungler ban. Oh yes, every time
Syndra,
I'm like, maybe it's a jungler ban. Oh wait, Syndra's available. So yeah, the last ban away is going to be her. Don't want to let Swiffer on that champion. We discussed actually a bit earlier off stream how he does like to play things like Ahri, LeBlanc. So I can't imagine there will be any much less of a skilled player on the Syndra as well. Does mean
fan of Ahri.
I am a big fan of Ahri. I kind of wish she brings out in this tournament, but I can't imagine we will. She's not in a good spot right now. Who is in a good spot, however? Kennen. Oh dear. Kennen is going to be the it's like a double image. Beautiful. Yeah, Kennen is going to be the pick away from Swiffer now. Swiper even. So this another pick that we've seen the last series we did, and just absolute dominance in team fights when he can get going.
Yeah, Kennen with Protobot first is straight up broken right now. He can get into a team fight so easily with his E, Flash, Protobot, sit on top of 3 or 4 people with his ultimate and absolutely shred through them. Completely destructive. Very good at winning these team fights pretty much solo.
Yeah, we've all seen it. We've all seen the Smeb 1v5 basically on that Kennen.
And funnily enough, he only got 1 of the kills in that fight.
Yeah,
that really bothered me.
Yeah, that's the feels bad moment. Exactly. Or when you do everything in a gank or something, and then the kill assist doesn't even go over to you. You're like, okay, cool. I set that entire thing up, chunked him to like 10 HP, but that's all right. No worries. Zyra is going to be the take it away now,
really,
and even the Caitlyn.
The bot lane,
they really are, yeah.
Caitlyn not banned this time away from because they banned it themselves last time away from Raze. Yeah. So they're choosing to go for the Caitlyn and the Zyra right here. That's a really dominant lane. We'll see if they do choose to go for the Ash Misfortune, as we keep saying. We really want to see.
Yeah, it will come out eventually. Hopefully soon.
One time it does, they'll flex Zyra mid lane and then screw over everybody.
That would be an interesting sight. Zyra mid was a thing when she first got released, and not shown too much.
Did she in the EU Challenger scene a few times?
Oh, well,
there's something that did come out.
It's really strong, to be fair. You don't expect a lot of the damage.
Yeah, it's especially that ult with the 0 counterplay damage on it.
0 counterplay.
Well, what the hell are you supposed to do when literally it's just she puts it down, it spreads out, and just instantly chunks you for half your HP, even if she's the support.
And Ryze was left open though. I'm going to interrupt you there real quick, but Swiffer gets on that Ryze again. This guy was an absolute monster last game. We spoke about it, but now Spooks is picking his own jungler, and it will be the Olaf as well. So another really strong jungler, a very tanky one as well. Obviously, we did discuss as well. He does like playing these high-pressure junglers, such as the Nidalee, Elise, Lee Sin, but opting for these more tanky ones at this time, going for the Zac, and now the Olaf is only really going to spell disaster. And I want to see what Oddie's actually going to pick into this, because there's going to be very few picks that we've seen so far that can really counter this Olaf.
Yeah, I don't really know of many that can actually counter him, because the only real ways that I know of to counter an Olaf are Anivia walls and things like that.
Actual walls.
He can't run through terrain.
True, yes, it could. It'd be a bit OP.
There's the ability to just block him off with an Anivia wall is actually one of the best ways I've seen to counter Olaf completely. But that is an Echo lock-in in top lane into the Kennen. Very strong pick there. We did see, I did discuss this earlier, that Kennen just outscales all of these AP mage top laners that we've been discussing. Jace, I feel, is the only person who can have a shot at 1v1ing the Echo. But Kennen is just going to get outscaled. He'll get the Spectre's Cowl, he'll maybe finish the Spirit Visage, or even just go Spectre's Cowl into Trinity Force, and pretty much win the lane right there and then. And we have seen the lock-in for Oddie is the Lee Sin. It's something we have
Yeah,
seen
wow.
commonly into the Olaf. If he can make a bigger early game impact, it's good. If he can't, then he
He just
really
falls
falls
off.
behind. Yeah.
Yeah, it just really falls off. And we saw it earlier today. Revolta on that Olaf versus the Lee Sin just didn't go well for the Lee. So Odi clearly knows what he's doing. He's got the matchup. He's clearly played it a few times, knows what he needs to do. And like you said, maybe early game pressure is going to be the key for him. But that does mean the bottom lane is going to be locked in. Perfect order as well. They're locked in. Top jungle mid. It's like they're playing a game of normals or solo queue. So it's going to be the Jhin and Nami lock in away, and Ray's on this Jhin, man. He's been pretty spectacular on this Lucian. It'll be kind of interesting to see him on this Jhin. A very different playstyle, but Ejim on this a less aggressive support in the Nami is really going to have to sustain against this Zyra support, because it's going to be such a pain to deal with.
The Nami sustain will be able to help deal with the poke, and the long range from Jhin will help him be able to farm quite easily against the Caitlyn, because you've seen Jhin and Ashe seem to be the only people who can really afford to go up against the Caitlyn, which is ironic, because if you remember the Jhin Ashe meta as it was, it's every game Jhin Ashe, one of the two, either side or one of them gets banned and then they both get banned. But I do love the fact that since every other AD carry gets nerfed slightly, they fall right back into the top of the pool. And that's,
I love meta changes.
Right, there we go. Right,
hovering
the Teemo until the last second.
So close. Yeah, okay. It's not going to be Teemo. It's actually going to be the Orianna going in the mid lane.
Play around that Lee Sin plus Orianna ball on the Shockwave. That could work quite nicely.
Definitely. Even the Echo wants to go in as well, and he will have to build full tank, however. But again, an Olaf running at you with the Ghost and Ragnarok and Swiffer as well. I mean, it's going to be a tall order to match these guys in team fights, because Chiefs right now have drafted all team fight, all just get on top of your backline ASAP. Even Ejim on the Nami has got the tidal wave for the disengage and the engage. Even Ray's on the Jhin obviously has got the curtain call, so it's going to be a very, very fast team fight if any of these teams do go for a 5-on-5. But we're going to load into the Rift very, very shortly. Be interesting to see people's predictions as well in chat. If you do want to, like, I don't know, hashtag Chief win or hashtag Lion win, it'd be kind of interesting to see what you guys are rooting for as well. As we'll talk about the mid lane, we haven't actually seen Orianna as of yet. Going into the Rise,
one thing I'm more surprised we haven't seen is the Cassiopeia.
That's also very true. Obviously, she's been so prominent in the Worlds, and same with Victor, to be honest with you.
It's a very interesting point. Yes, we did see Victor early in the day, in the first game of the day, but we're hoping to see some more picks come out as the day goes on. I would have liked to have seen Cassiopeia locked into this Rise here. So what we've seen consistently, Cassiopeia able to 1v1, landing those poisons, then spamming the E down, getting the slow from the W, really dominating lanes, but chosen for the Orianna instead of the Cassiopeia, going for that wombo combo, trying to get maybe Lee Sin diving into the 5 people, into a wombo combo, massive ult, maybe kick someone as well. It was full bounce house there, and Echo coming in with a parallel convergence. It could work out really well for them. It will be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, most definitely. Unfortunately, we're not going to see the famous Rise parallel convergence combo, which we talked about earlier, which is something of a spectacle to see. But Chiefs are a game up against Lyon. This is game 2 of the best of 3. Whoever wins this best of 3 will go on to face INTZ later on today. Chiefs only need to win 1, but hey, Lyon Gaming could do the reverse sweep in the next 2 games. We do not know. I mean, Chiefs have looked incredibly strong, and seeing Spooks on this Olaf's going to be pretty terrifying. But Oddie on the Lee Sin is going to be the matchup to watch, I think.
Again, it's just the jungle is such a prominent role right now that you really need to be able to take control of the game and impact so much of the game early. The jungle is the most important role, along with mid lane in the game. I feel mid lane it can be more if you've got a god. I'd rather have a godlike mid laner than a godlike jungler, because the mid laner can impact all the lanes.
1v9.
The jungler has to impact one lane at a time.
Very true. But we are going to load it onto the Rifts. Chiefs over on the blue side, and over on the red side we do have Lyon Gaming. Chiefs are 1-0 at the moment in this best of 3. Can they take this next game to close this one out and face INTZ later? Or will Lyon Gaming just clutch at straws and just push this back with a 2-game win streak? We'll have to find out as we get onto the Rift now, and everybody just heads to their lanes.
Spook's already revealing himself on the bot side, wanting to get that cheeky brush gank, but doesn't quite pull it off. As you can see, the invade on top side coming, both Echo and Lee Sin. coverage.
Wow, they know they're there as well, yeah. So
down, yeah,
at least they know
spot out
now
the blue buff.
what side he's going to start on, which is going to be super important, especially if it's early laning phase.
You know every time that Olaf's going to start blue. That's why.
Very true. Very true.
That's why we saw in the previous game with Revolta and. Okay.
Oh, oh, there it is. Okay, camera went a bit wild, but we're back.
Somebody fell asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we saw in the previous game, Revolta tried to fake out by giving a fake leash to the top lane, and the top laner giving a fake leash to him, and that ended up trying to say, "Hey, look, he's starting red side," but you know from an Olaf, he's got to start blue side because he needs the mana. So it was very well spotted at the time that it was a fake leash, and then they invaded red and managed to force him off of it. So the ward there being really crucial because you know he's going to start blue, but if he tries something cheesy, you know what he's going to be doing.
No fake leashing in this game. Wow, Ray's actually getting pushed so quickly into the tower. That's quite frustrating for him. Now Swifter is going to get the level 2. And yeah, there's the power from Ryze. Yeah, Thunderlord's proc being back though, but he's gonna have to chug a potion. He's always half mana as well, and in a Ryze matchup, especially against someone like an Orianna, that can be quite devastating for him in this early game.
It's really interesting to see how this matchup will play out because it's not one we've commonly seen. The new Ryze versus Orianna, who hasn't really come into favor until the World Championship. Every World she seems to come back though, every single year.
Oh yeah,
I'm never exactly sure why, but she always has that innate strength. But
Books is going to run in. Ghost, yeah, Ghost pop exhaust as well.
He gets caught.
That was almost there, but no, the bubble comes through as well. Could this be it? The first blood, it does. It goes over to Raze. What a better player to have it on. This guy is going to snowball out of control if they're not careful. That was a beautiful gank coming in from Spooks, and White Lotus just playing on the back foot again, blowing flash and heal. But Oddie is on the side here. Will he be able to make anything of it? I think Spooks is actually just going to go back off this. That is so devastating for Lyon's bottom lane.
But you can see Oddie's sitting there waiting for Caitlyn to come back so they can gank. He's just taking this Krugs camp to wait. Unfortunately, they're way overextended, so if he does arrive now, it's a really risky gank. They are going to back away right now. Yeah, will either of them be caught? That's the important point here because Egypt's way out of position.
Oh no. Oddie has found Egypt. No, he's not going to go for it, I don't think. He hasn't really got Kozik's there really to back him up, and Razor's in the bush as well. Gerald getting a little bit pushed in. We saw an absolute monster of a Rumble game last game, but he just wasn't able to make it work, unfortunately, going against the heavy team composition that is Zach and Ryze last game. We'll see if he can pull it out this time. He's on this Echo, so he's obviously completely changed playstyles in this sense. He is taking a more tanky top laner, so maybe that will help him in this case.
The problem with Echo right now is he's one of the safest top laners in the game. You know you're going to be relevant in the late game regardless of what happens because you hit that Trinity Force, start to get some tank, and no one can stop you. And that's the problem with Echo right now. And that's why they're changing him in the preseason, getting rid of a lot of his innate damage, giving him increased AP ratios, trying to make it more punishing to try and play tank Echo. Just because he's so strong.
He is so strong. Very, very oppressive and very annoying to deal with as well. Smart ward by him, though, definitely. Being able to spot out Spooks there will enable Oddie to go towards the bottom lane. Raze and Ejim have got to be careful. They've only just come back to lane. Raze does have the gold lead, does have 2 longswords, but the damage from Zyra in the early game is pretty horrible. Ejim does get locked up. It's a lot of damage. White Lotus as well is going to get stunned up, but no, Oddie's going to come in as well. The Q lands on Ejim. If the heal comes through just in time, Ejim is actually going to get out of that one alive.
Very well played there, comboing everything together. It does burn a few summoners, but nothing more than the heal and sorry, that's it, I believe, from Raze.
Yeah, so only the heal, yeah.
That's really actually well played by the bottom lane of Chiefs, managing to hold on to all but one summoner and waste the time of Oddie. So he spends so long down in the bot side trying to bait that gank, and then nothing comes of it. Meanwhile, Olaf's just clearing the jungle.
Yep. Doing Olaf things, just clearing the jungle at lightning pace. Orianna, though, she has got a little bit of an advantage right now, where she's got more AP than the Ryze, so she might want to use that advantage. Yeah, the Lost Chapter is going to pretty much give her endless mana, and with that blue buff as well, Saya's going to be able to perform really well against Swiffer, and it's kind of interesting to see him on this champion now because he's got such good zone potential.
Yeah, there seems to be the prioritization of going for non-mana jungler, so you can give that blue buff off early. That's a really important point, especially for the team that isn't playing Olaf. against an Olaf. Because
true.
Olaf just needs the blue buff. Seriously, his clear speed is so diminished without that blue buff. That's the part of the innate strength of Olaf jungle, which actually originated, the first time we'd pretty much ever seen Olaf jungle was Reignover in EU in 2015. He played it quite a lot when all the jungle pool got banned out, the Rek'Sai Gragas, everything got taken away. He still played Olaf and then stomped H2K with it, and it was the first time pretty much anyone had seen it.
Yeah, and the glorious days of upwards of 5+ jungle bans. Doesn't leave a lot open, unfortunately.
That's when I didn't play jungle, surprisingly.
Yeah, funnily enough, I just didn't try and play that. There's no point, really. White Lotus, though, he's doing a really good job, actually. He is obviously a little bit behind. Spooks is coming back. Will probably get spotted out by the ward. He does. So he's not going to be able to make a play in at this bottom side at all. Smart warning from Lyon Gaming as well to be able to protect White Lotus. We did mention this guy is a very good mechanical player. And being on this Caitlyn as well, especially during her power spikes of the mid-game when she gets IE and 1 to 2 attack speed items, there could be a lot of damage coming out from her, and it's never something to be underestimated.
It's really, yeah, we saw in one of the previous games, Caitlyn was, wow, that's a lot of
Whiffer
damage.
is going to take him really low. Ghost actually popped
more
from Sarah
attack.
as well. Flash
Oh,
auto,
the
no, he
flash.
cancelled it! But he cancelled the auto, and he ghosts away as well. He had to flash away. Nice flash from Swiffer, but I think Saya cancelled an auto there.
I think it got cancelled by the flash just going out of range. It was midway through the animation. And
that was so close.
To get out of range. Very, very close indeed. But
both summoner spells from both of them as well.
That's not much of an advantage lost there from Swiffer. Unfortunately, he does lose some more farm. He gets that Catalyst, though, which will give him that enlarged health pool. Oh dear. Oddie coming in here.
Oddie.
Spooks
coming in hot.
Happily takes that, gets his level 6 now.
Does. Orianna as well. This is a good thing about mid laners as well with this kind of clear. It can use... you can use the command on the Q and then dissonance over the wall to the enemy raptors. Take the 3 raptors. It's 30 extra gold, which is a minion. Hang on a minute. Oddie's getting a little bit of trouble. Here comes Swiffer as well. No, use the ultimate for such great effect. Now Saya's in a little trouble. Here's the revenge kill. Double kill coming in from Swiffer as well. That's going to be a big problem for them in the mid lane. But Chiefs again on top of these rotations.
The Swiper burns teleport and gets nothing for it, unfortunately, on the backside. But that's 3 early kills now over to the team of Chiefs, and that's going to really help them try and get this advantage snowballing forward. Hopefully going on to face INTZ if they manage to win this one, and that will be really big for them going into final. Hopefully actually making it a big international tournament for the first time in a long time. Spooks does go really low on that tower.
Almost goes down. Yeah, it's like one shot away. It's like, please, spare me. He's got 3 assists as well. 100% kill participation.
Good sign of a good trying to take the tower.
Yeah, unlucky. Swiffer is going to take up his blue buff now. Endless mana on this guy is going to be a bit of a problem.
On a ward, though. There's no one within range to really contest it. He's just spotted out taking that blue buff. It doesn't give any information of where the jungler is, luckily. So it's just him taking that blue buff by himself. The blue buff is up for Lyon Gaming, so they might just look to hand that over to the mid laner of Saya. Try and get that equal pushing between Swiffer and Saya. Because 2 kills now going instantly over to Swiffer. He's going to be looking to get a big advantage from that.
Yeah, picking up the Catalyst as well is going to give him a fairly lot of sustaining.
Yeah, you get the health back from whenever you cast a spell, and whenever you take damage, you get mana back. Yeah.
And we all know Rise loves to cast a few spells.
Back when it had just come out, the new Catalyst upgrade, when they made it so, they've halved the healing you get for tick spells now, like Singed Q.
Yeah.
But back then, Singed and Swain were ridiculous. The health you get back on Singed Ultimate Singed Q and Swain's Ultimate was ridiculous.
Yeah, I did see when Swain first got changed, and you're talking about the Catalyst. I did see one literally 1v5, a team fight. Just literally standing in amongst everybody. Just nothing. Oh, EGM. Oh, the Q lands actually. Wardhop as well. Ace in the hole comes through. He actually gets
my god! He's getting away!
Gonna come through as well. He's going to get away. Kozik's in a little bit of trouble as now. Race with the snipes. Oh, he's trying to get the Q. He gets it. Will he be able to get the kill? He goes down. The exhaust comes through though. Double kill. Was it worth it? Raze picks up 2 of those, but 2 deaths on the side of Lyon Gaming. This could be a tower as Spooks is on the sidelines, but a good rotation here from Saya in the mid lane. Ghost and Ultimate available.
Clutch play there from EGM. He does stay around a little bit too long, maybe trying to get 1 extra heal off, try and clutch out the kill, but he does end up giving the kill over to Oddie there. Not too much of a loss, though, as they pick up 2 for the trade of 1, and they get so much damage that they're going to get on this tower, especially since Raze has red buff.
Indeed, that damage on that tower is going to be absolutely insane, and that's probably just going to go down. It does look like they're trying. They clear out the wave in pretty much one shot, and they're going to take their second tower of the game. They're so good at extending these leads. We've seen it. Lyon Gaming play normally they play really well during the early game, but these last couple of ones they've either got a minute advantage or just haven't got an advantage at all. And Chiefs almost running away with this one already.
Chiefs really going really far ahead. I mean, it's only 11.5 minutes in, and they've already got a 3.5k gold advantage as we see Lee Sin just warding up that top side, making sure there's no cheeky lane gank coming out from Spooks.
He's going to be alright. Spooks, though. 0-0-5, that's the mark of a good jungler, giving all the kills to the carries. It's actually perfectly spread across, apart from obviously on Swiper in the top lane, who hasn't got anything at the moment. However, it has got a tiny CS lead, but realistically at this point, with a Rise having completed the Rod of Ages plus stacking up the tier, this guy is going to be nigh on unkillable at this point, and it's looking in a bad way for Lyon.
In Rod of Ages terms, the average sort of Rod of Ages time you want to be getting it is around roughly 12-13 minutes since the price was changed to make it cheaper. So looking at this now, he had to go tier first, got boots, and still gets it at 12 minutes. That's really impressive there from Swiffer. His farm is really good. He's only lost 10 CS for the minute he's behind, so he's keeping on track for around 9 CS per minute, playing really well. And
I think they're going to go for a little dive here, possibly. They're pinging it up to the bottom side.
Swiffer, in, aren't they?
I mean, now you said it, now they backed off, so possibly not. They may have heard you. Ace in the hole does go through.
They're ghosting.
Yeah, they're ghosting the stream. Stop ghosting. Come on, play the game. There's so much pressure, though, now. Spooks just has entirely control of the top side of Lion's jungle. It's not going well for them. And we did speak about the Lee Sin. Oddly taking that one. He has got a kill. Obviously, it was over to IEM. But just up against Spooks, who just has this immense amount of pressure. Just really just can't stand up to it.
He didn't really invade to get a bunch of farm ahead of Spooks. He didn't make a big impact play across the map. He hasn't really secured anything for his team. And it comes down to, was this Lee Sin an effective pick into the Olaf? Because I really don't feel it was. But then again, what do you play into the Olaf?
Good question. I don't know. Not at the rate it's been playing, at least. Obviously, Spooks is just being a monster. Yeah, it can work. It's a thing. As soon as you hit 6, the camp clear is insane. But it's just kind of getting there.
It's the thing, though. This is the breaking point where something can jungle or not. Do you have to sit in one of the lanes and farm till level 3 and then go jungle?
If yes, then probably not.
If yes, then no.
Yeah, exactly. If yes,
I'm a big fan of jungling absolutely absurd junglers. I love my Singed jungle. It's a lot of fun. Things like Vladimir.
Oddie.
He tries it there, but
that
he
was
gets
so
caught.
Close. He gets caught. Deadly Flourish is going to come through as well with the tidal wave. The orb is still on him. Yeah, here comes the ultimate. 3-man onto Chiefs, but now Spooks has joined the fight. Sayer going really low through that exhaust as well. Here comes the card call. One for Raze. Will he get the second one? He's going to. No, stolen away by Swiper. Beautiful re-engage. And Swiper. I mean, Swiffer even. No, Swiper's down in the middle lane. Why? I mean, that guy almost went down. He's on sub. He was on like sub 100 HP there.
I missed the pun. You say Swiper stole the kill. No, Swiper, no swiping.
Swiper, no swiping. You missed it. It's not going to happen. You cannot make that again.
Oh, it's too late.
It's been ruined. But he almost went down there. But beautiful re-engage, actually. Shockwave onto 3 people into Stranglethorns. Absolutely incredible
Olaf just charges
combo.
Through it with the Ragnarok active. So he doesn't even need to care at all. Just getting back so much of his mobility from that, not having to worry about any of the stuns, charging right through and gets his team 2 kills.
Indeed he does. Now the rest of Chiefs are on this top side. Kha'Zix hasn't got a choice. He's standing at about, a few yards away from the tower. Doesn't want to come up against these guys. 4 towers and then a massive 6k gold lead at 15 minutes into the game. Is really not looking good for Lyon. We discussed earlier, and they even said in the short English and French interview that they hadn't practiced too much coming into this because of logistics issues, and maybe that's one of the issues we're seeing here.
And the fact that their support is obviously a trial player, he's not one of the consistent roster. Arce, their former sub, did retire at the end of IWCQ before they, unfortunately, when they didn't make Worlds. So now they are practicing with a new support, and with those issues with practice, they are not looking that good. They did say in an interview with us that they are really looking to win games off of strong individual play, and we've seen strong individual play. To be fair, we've seen Saya playing really well individually 1v1 in lane. We've seen the bot lane duo actually play really well. Last game in particular, early on, they managed to just get such a big advantage. But in the end, they just get out macroed by Chiefs, and you can see the synergy coming through from the Chiefs squad, playing really well together.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what comes down with the lack of. White Lotus.
Oh no!
Oh, he didn't follow the room walk through. No, he flashes anyway. He gets the kill. That was a really good trap actually there by White Lotus just to lock him up. Oddie's in a little bit of trouble now. Does ward hop away. Axe comes through. Goes wide. Speaking of wide shots, here comes the curtain call. Gerald's going to have to flash away from this one. Last hit. Will he get it? No, misses. Oddie as well there, just trying to dodge those. Now it's going to be the mid lanes in the top side as the rest of the Chiefs are in the bottom side. While Egypt just clears out the jungle wards.
I like what Ray's tried to do. He aimed for where Echo's ult would go. You can see he was aiming towards the shadow of where he would go back to if he did ult. And he fires off his final shot there, thinking Echo's going to ult back into it, get hit by it, take a lot of damage, and then maybe Swiper can come in and finish him off. But he just gets outside of the range and doesn't have to worry about using his ultimate before it goes off. Just a split-second difference, and that would have been a dead Echo.
Indeed. I mean, they're just running away with this game at the moment. 1 minute left on that dragon. I didn't actually see what dragon it was. So I think it was an ocean. I'm not... Oh, dear. Oh, White Lotus. Oh, you were in big trouble. Oh, okay. Swiper swipes, gets the kill. He is just overextended there. Just completely just goes down.
And as you were saying, the perfect scoreline now, right? 0-0-8 for Spooks.
Yeah, perfect. He's just missed that one. He's missed that one assist off of that S+.
This is completely perfect across the board. If you look at it, it's exactly the way it should be. Top lane with some resources, but the least. Mid lane with a fair amount, and AD carry trying to carry the game out, and support with the only death. This is exactly how you expect a game to go.
Let's carry into the word AD carry at the moment. With it and EGM just partying up, teaming up to just to clear out a few of the wards in the red side of Lyon's jungle. Lion's jungle even, not Leon.
Swiffer repping Faker with that Rise skin again.
It's a good skin.
Rolling around, doing the classic tumble.
Oh, that! Everybody's wondering what he's going to do at the World's final. Just if he does pull out some.
What meme will he create this year? He did broccoli in the tumble last year.
Exactly, and the Ash Arrow. I don't know if you've seen the GIF. The Ash, he's just tumbling and like Ash Arrow goes wide, tumbles. Ash Arrow goes wide, tumbles. Love it. It was the Ocean Drake. I was correct. Beautiful. Having this many Ocean Drakes. How many games have we had already? Oh dear.
Oh, he teleports right onto the trap though.
Oh, nice trap. Oddie is here as well, but White Lotus is going to get caught up yet again. Axes do go wide. Ragnarok and Ghost are going to be burnt from the side of Chiefs, but even these pressure kind of fake, I would call them like fake ganks, but they're not really. They're trying to get in there, but it's just not happening. Or Gerald is going to get caught here. Nothing to follow up though.
If they had enough range where they could have had maybe Rise teleporting in by himself and Olaf flanking from the other side, they might have been able to get it. But teleporting them both in with the ability to just walk away from where they're spawning.
Indeed, Gerald. Yeah, Reese is on the side. I don't think he knows Raze is on the side there. Deadly Flash is available. He does pop the Ghost Blade for the extra damage, but now Oddie is on the side. Not going to be able to get anything. And meanwhile, the Rift Herald goes back into the Void, and Baron is going to spawn in 5 seconds. Chief have spectacular control of the map right now. It's going to be a wonder when they do want to go for this Baron.
Chiefs have played absolutely amazingly here, and this is a real testament to how well their macro has been, because individually they were down in CS in every single lane early on, and they managed to just completely play the map the plays, and close out this game with a really big advantage. They've got so far ahead right now, sitting on 7.2k gold advantage, 5 turrets to 0, only giving over that 1 kill where EGM stayed for a little bit too long, trying to secure the kill on Oddie. Really well played, and you can see Echo hasn't even been able to finish his Trinity Force yet.
Yeah, that's so far behind for him at the moment. It's not where he wants to be. Raze, Ace and the Hole comes through. He's gonna be okay. Like this, I don't think there's any way they go in on that. And actually, Spooks and Swiffer again. They're going to quickly start up this Baron. Now, Oddie is on the side there. Here comes Swiffer, though. Almost disintegrates. Oh, my goodness. Say goodbye. Yeah, obliteration. And the TP is actually cancelled from Joral as well. Oh, dear. Oddie goes down. There goes the Baron. Game is just going out of control. And Chiefs just in firm control. Swiffer's like, I'm not actually going to use it to engage anymore. I'm just going to move the whole team to the top side. And they are just going to take these towers one by one. And now all they have to do is play this out methodically. And they will secure themselves this win in this best of 3 to face Ints later today.
It'll be really interesting to see that final. As we mentioned, Chiefs did actually defeat INTZ at IWCQ. It's not the one-sided matchup that people would see it as the team who went to Worlds if they were looking from the outside.
Flash and white.
Damn!
Just disintegrates.
Holy
700 damage Q from Swiffer. Just roots him up, presses EQ, 700 damage, dead.
Holy damage. And Gerald does manage to pick up a tower for it. He will pick up this tower.
He's going to get it.
The new wave's turning up. It's fine. Yeah. But they give up so much for it. They're 10k at a disadvantage now. And Oddie going in aggressive.
Oddie, he just wants to make these plays. He wants to get something. Does land the Q. Does get the kill back on EGM. This could be another kill. It is indeed. It's going to go over to Saya. He's going to pick his first one up of the game. Good work on Oddie actually there to pick up at least one kill on the exit there, but I don't think it's going to be enough. 10k gold in the pocket for Chiefs. And at this point in the game, especially with Kennen getting to that point of almost being unkillable in this ultimate, it's just not looking good for Lyon Gaming.
Nice target selection. I did like what he did. He landed the Q onto Olaf and then jumped to the support. Report Nami for feeding, only deaths. So that was actually a nice. It was a nice insect to get her towards Saya. Saya holding onto the ultimate quite effectively as well. A lot of people would just burn that instantly, but he did hold on to it. Didn't use it. Just holding that for a later team fight that might come around. Although it is on a very low cooldown at this point in the game.
Yes, it's already up. In fact, it's such a low cooldown, especially when you're getting near that 40%, like 30 to 40% mark. It's on like a 48-second cooldown, roughly. If my brain serves me correctly, at 40% CDR.
I think you've got it, yeah. Assuming that she hasn't got 45.
Ragnarok is going to get popped. Ozzy is on the side. Beautiful tidal wave coming through. Does catch him, kicks away. And Gerald is there for the flank, but the casualty there being the Zyra. Spooks was able to chase him down. Beautiful coming through. And then White Lotus comes through with the Q as well. And now Swiper is going to have to run away as well. He did burn his ultimate later on in the fight. Gerald is looking for the 1v1, but the stun comes through. And now Ray's actually almost hitting Oddie there. And that's just a zoning ultimate while Swiper does almost kill Gerald. And then
we see another 1v1.
Oh, we're going to see the number 1v1 come down to the teeth. Swiper's going to go in. Gerald does use the parallel convergence, but this is all a distraction tactic yet again as the entire Chief squad, well, the rest of it at least,
proxy the wave,
is going to... Yeah, these are actually going to proxy the wave, so they are going to be able to stop the push coming out from Chiefs. So you could say that's an advanced play from Gerald.
Well played by him. Smart to proxy the wave, yeah. He's going to teleport out as well.
Yeah, well, he's pulling the SOAS. He got out. Couldn't drop that name. Pulling the SOAS. It wasn't
quite as flashy, but it is the SOAS.
Yeah. He wasn't in as much trouble, but he still does it. Like you said, he did proxy the waves. So they won't be able to actually follow up on those towers. So yeah, that was incredibly smart play by him. It's just
Marin play. I assume you watched that as an SKT fan yourself.
Oh, when he TPs in with Maokai
in the middle, and proxies the wave to save the game. Yeah. That was incredible. Yeah.
MVP Marin from last Worlds ended up in China. Unlucky. I wish he stayed with SKT, but
where Koreans Duke is go playing... to lose their careers, indeed.
Oh man, I mean, not okay. Fair enough.
Only one man went to China and actually has played. Well, two men have played to the level they are expected to in Korea, in China, and the Matter and Deft, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Rookies looked weaker. Everybody's looked weaker once they go to China.
That Korean infrastructure, man. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Gerald just trying his very hardest. At least he's showing 24 now. He has got that going for him. Obviously, the cannon is a little bit far behind in terms of farm, but has got the 3 kills. And here comes the Realm Walk. They are going to teleport behind. Here comes the Tidal Wave as well. Reese is going to open up with an ultimate as well. He just gets disintegrated. Kennen actually goes down as well. And that's going to be a nice kill for White Lotus. I'm not sure there's going to be anything they can do, though, as that's only a 2-for-1 trade. Sia goes down as well as Oddie. And the Chiefs are looking to close out this game. Yeah, really nice snipes coming from him. He's looking on fire in these games for sure.
Definitely one of the best one of the best amounts of form we've seen him on in a while, and it looks like they're just going to pressure out these turrets. Now, there's not much. There's
so
not much
minions,
that Lion
man.
Gaming can do here. Oh, White Lotus getting
White Lotus.
chunked!
Whoa, that damage!
Whoa.
Almost goes down, flashes out, gets the heal.
And they're on the Nexus.
Yeah, this is going to be it.
This
Chiefs
is for close out the
Gaming
series.
is going to close out the series against Lion Gaming. 2-0. Chiefs.